Outside St Mary's Stadium, the home of Southampton Football Club. Whilst the World Cup has been going on, the backroom have been doing work in the transfer window. Nathan Jones has been looking at many targets to bolster up his side to make progress after the World Cup finishes. The Northern Echo have come out today and reported that the Saints are interested in left winger and Scotsman Ryan Fraser. And with the likes of Callum Wilson in that side already, he is an integral part of Eddie Howe's side, both coming from Bournemouth before, who played under Eddie Howe. Now, will they make the signing or not? I'm not too sure, but we'll have to wait and see after the World Cup. It will definitely be a good signing for the team, as they will look to improve on their bad run of form that was before the World Cup and make a good.
And well, to our Chelsea correspondent now, Alex Isaacs, in our sports studio. Alex, Todd Boehly chose to appoint Graham Potter after Tuchel's sacking. Do you feel this has worked out well for Chelsea?
So after Graham Potter was appointed, he had a very good run of games. However, I feel like it's kind of turned into a bit of bad blood as the Blues have gone on, as they have now not won in 5 games, and their last win coming against Aston Villa. However, Graham Potter is a very good manager. He has a lot of backing behind him with Todd Boehly, and in the transfer window they can make some very good signings. But overall, I feel like he will come good in the end.
Do you feel that Tuchel should have been given more time, though? Was it a bit early in the campaign to sack him?
Definitely not. I feel like with stuff going on behind the doors, you heard stuff going on with Ronaldo, and it was a bit of a rash decision in the end. It was after a very tight loss against Dinamo Zagreb in the Champions League, so it was a very rash decision. After what he did for the club, winning the Champions League, coming in for Frank Lampard, it was very rash, but in the end, chairmans make their decisions, and this was one that had to be made for the club.
Very true. With the World Cup break now, what changes do you think Chelsea have to make in order to compete and be in that running for that Champions League, sort of football and Champions League spot again?
They need to find their run of form again. With this past form, in the past 5 games, they need to find their run of form yet again. And they will. And if they get back to the transfer window, I feel like they will come good again. And they will storm. They will storm and get Champions League football.
Alex Isaacs, thank you.
Hello and welcome to Solent Sports News. I'm Alex Isaacs and I'm joined now by Bailey Tuck. Bailey, how are you?
I'm good, thanks. How are you?
Yeah, I'm good. I'm very good. So first and foremost, how did you get into bowling?
Well, it all started when I was 9, 10 years old. My dad took me down to the local bowling alley, and he used to bowl in a Tuesday night league, so they needed someone to bowl, and I went up, and everyone was really impressed by me. So they told me to join the youth league on a Saturday, started bowling there, and it's sort of grown from ever since then.
And is that how it became your passion then, just with your dad?
Yeah, it's weird because I trialled for football before bowling, and I didn't get into the football team. So my dad was like, well, why don't you try bowling? So it sort of all really started from that point there, and it became a passion of mine that's still here today.
And with the sport, I know it's like, because a lot of people just go for fun, don't they?
Yes.
So with the sport, how did you try and grow, and how do you feel like the technical ability is? How much technical ability really is there?
People don't realise how much technical ability there really is to bowling. They think you just sort of throw the ball at the pins and hope for the best, but there's so much technical ability behind it, with sort of how you throw the ball, with positioning on the lane, and loads of different things. People don't understand it, but it's why I believe bowling really should be in the Olympics, because it's such a technical sport, but people just don't realise it.
Yeah, I've seen some of the videos as well. The spin you get on the ball it is so cool.
Yeah.
And when was your last competition?
Last competition was about a year ago. Unfortunately, because of university, haven't really been able to do that many recently. But it was about a year ago. I bowled this place called Stroud, which is near Swindon, and I did really well actually. I qualified 3rd out of about 40 people. Unfortunately, I didn't get through to sort of the semi-finals, but I did well, and about 20-25 quid, so I did very well.
And with uni, how do you feel like it has intervened with your progress with bowling? Do you feel like maybe if like you didn't go to uni, do you feel like you would have progressed even more?
I think if I would have focused on bowling, I would have definitely progressed more. Before COVID, I nearly got into the England team, so I think I would have just been on the path upwards, but I thought uni was a safer option to go to.
So before COVID, how many competitions did you enter? Like, was it every weekend?
I did something, I went across the whole country. So every year they do a tour, which spans about 12 or 13 competitions all across the country. So I bowled around about every month or so in these competitions. I did that for about 2 or 3 years. Really good fun, and yeah, travelled England.
And what is your favourite thing about the sport? Do you like the social side of it? Is it very social?
Yeah, it's very social. You get to sort of meet new people, as in any sport. But I think it's really satisfying when you get a strike. The way the ball hits the pins, it's just something about it. It's like when you have a nice goal in football, or just these little moments, just so satisfying.
And you touched on football a bit. So finally, is that your other passion? Would you say apart from bowling, that's your other passion in sport?
Yeah, I love all sports really. Football is a big passion of mine. I play 6-a-side on a Thursday and make sure I'm staying fit and healthy. But now, I like football, I like cricket, I like all these different sports. But bowling and football, I'd say definitely the main ones.
Cool. Well, thank you very much for joining me today, Bailey. So yeah, time for a short break now. I'll be back in a couple of minutes with more news and interviews.